Hi ladies, I am back. It is Saturday afternoon and I just got back from a Christmas party. Had a beautiful time. I'm in an a cappella singing group and we got together today and had our festivities and it was beautiful. And I just got to thinking about the series of topics that I wanted to talk about, and so I wanted to come back real quick before I wind down for the night and just talk to you real quick. I want to talk about anger today. The last video I uploaded, I talked about pain from your past, and one of the topics under that is anger. There are so many people that have pent up anger inside of them. It could be anger based on things that happened to you as you was growing up as a child, or some traumatic event that happened to you in your life, and you never was able to release that anger or to get it out, to vent it out, and therefore you spend most of your days angry. You just mad at the world, and all it takes is just one little thing to set you off. You could allow any small circumstance or situation, whether it's somebody cutting you off in traffic, or say for instance you're out at a nightclub or a restaurant, someone steps on your toe or bumps into you, or somebody accidentally spills a drink on you and you erupt into this crazy madman. There is a lot of people walking around with anger pent up inside of them, and it's almost like they're ticking time bomb. It just takes just a small little thing that will set them off, and then it's like they erupt. And people are not aware that sometimes you just need to get some help. I think a lot of people are afraid of that word, that stigma of being called crazy if you seek any type of psychological help or therapy. We all know that the mind is a very intricate and very mysterious, and it works in a way that we quite don't necessarily understand. You see where so many people that seemingly have a beautiful life, whether it be the fame and fortune or the financial stability that they have, and they kill themselves, they commit suicide. So we know that the mind is something that is going to always be a mystery. And you have to exercise the mind just like you do any part of your body. You have to keep it healthy. And so sometimes it calls for you to talk to people, whether it be a medical doctor or whether it be a therapist or your minister or a friend or someone you trust. But it is always a good thing to talk and to get it out and to express how you feel, so that you can start to analyze what it is that keeps you so angry. If anybody has ever been the victim of someone that's angry, you actually know what I'm talking about. I remember, I always use myself as an example. When I went through my marriage, and I was married for 10 years the first time that I was married, and I was hurt very, very bad in that marriage. That marriage took me through some things that I never would have been prepared or thought or dreamed in my mind that would have happened to me. I was young, I had young children, so I was out there on my own, and I was just afraid, and I didn't know what to do. I felt trapped. I felt I had no options, and so therefore the more things happened to me, the angrier I got. And so when I decided to actually leave that marriage, I left with a lot of anger, and I really didn't know it. I was bitter, and so therefore everyone that came into my life, and I will say men at that point, when I did decide to start dating, I was very, very bitter. And it would take just a small little thing to set me off, and I'd be ready to cut them off. You got to go. And the things that I would get angry about wasn't that serious. It was just that it just took just a little bit to fuel that flame, that little flame that was in the back that was roasting, just waiting to erupt. All it needed was some dynamite or a match. And it took me to realize that this is me. This is not everybody else. Everybody else is not doing these things that make me this angry where I erupt and I'm ready to just kick people out of my life. So it takes you to sit back and really be honest with yourself and to look at you, because everything that somebody does to you, it's just like a girl that has friends and all of a sudden none of them are your friends anymore. Sometimes you have to look at yourself and say, okay, why is everybody leaving my life? What is it that I'm saying that I'm doing that could cause this? Not saying that's every case, but it could be the case. But it's always best to work on that and to talk to somebody so that you can find out where it is. And a lot of times it goes back to something traumatic that happened in your life. But in order to be happy and to have a joyful life, you got to acknowledge your faults. Acknowledge that a lot of things that happen to you isn't because the result of someone else. It's the result of yourself. So I just encourage you all that are bitter, that are angry, to try to work on that, to try to find the source of your anger and work through it so that you can release it, so that you can see that life is a lot happier than it might be to you at this point. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will talk to you ladies soon. And gentlemen, take care. Peace.